If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music. Hi, welcome to John Connors Live. Oh, that is a lot of I'm going to kill that reverb for a second. We were doing a little sound test before, and I kept thinking, that's a lot of reverb. And Dan says, hey. And Dan, you're saying hey to John, of course. And we've got a guest here, so please say hi to Andy joining me this evening. And Andy, you'll hear him picked up by just off screen right here is the Aston Origin condenser mic. So we've got that set up, and I'll explain why in a second. All right, so quickly to our get kicked off comments. The Leafs, I guess they're leading. If it's Leafs babe, leading 2-1. That's great. I'm not PVRing the game, so feel free to throw me the updates there, AJ, throughout the live stream. Tell me who scored. We got to keep fully updated here. All right. And good evening, Phil. And so our guest again is Andy. And there you go. Dan says hi, Andy. Hello, Dan. Okay. So here we'll explain a little why. I find every year at Midnight Madness, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's our annual Halloween sale that happens the last Saturday of October, like the Saturday before Halloween. And but every year we do the sale, there's some item that I thought it was going to fly off the shelf, and that was going to be the big hit of the year, and it just gets overlooked. And we had a great sale. It was fun to be like more old school again. You know, it was just people from the community coming by all day. Phil says it was a great sale, and Phil can testify because he was here for it. And but again, you know, like every year, there was a few things. And one, I think the reason was I had all these great percussion items sort of not well displayed. Okay. And then a little bit later in the day, when some room was made, I moved them out. So then I was sort of talking to my brother, Joe, and I said, I need somebody to come on the live stream to play all these cool percussion items that got overlooked. And he said, well, then Andy's your guy. Well, there's a good Joe, appreciate it. Yeah, there's especially good reason why he said you, though, which everyone will find out later in the live stream. Okay, so Andy wants to stress that he's not a drummer per se, but he's bringing some skills to the table that very few could. Okay. Plus the great beard. Yeah. Looks good in the shadow. Yeah. Like the lighting doesn't quite get all the way there, right? But I needed the space for the neck of the guitar, right? I didn't want to hit him. Okay, so what do we got here? Jess says, hi, wonderful John. Thank you, Jess, for that. And hi to your guest, too, which is Andy. And nice little smiley face there. Thank you very much, Jess. And, okay, so I'll give you a quick rundown on the rig for today. And then we're going to do a song. And each song is going to feature one of the overlooked percussion items. I'll even tell you what the sale price was. And they're only available in store, so you'd be able to come in and arm twist the salespeople here and say, I missed the sale, but I saw on John Connors Live what the price was. Anyway, I could get it. So then depending on who it is, maybe they'll say yes. Right? So no, I think Joe would do the sale price. Joe's a nice guy. And it's me. You might have to convince me. There you go. Okay, so before we do that, Steve says hi, John and Andy. There we go. Okay, so the rig for today. So in order to achieve my 2 channels, because as most of you that watch regularly know, I use a 2-channel interface, the PreSonus Revelator. I needed to put an amp in place for my guitar and mic so that I could have a mic for Andy. So I'm using, there it is there, the Fishman Charge. I wish I had it like elevated up here just so you could see it better, but it is a very cool little, but kind of heavy acoustic amp that has a microphone input and a guitar input, has reverb control for both inputs separately. You can run it with the included adapter so that you have power, but you can also charge it, and it's battery capable. Beautiful. Right. So that way, if you want to play acoustic guitar and mic and percussion out in a field, you could do that. So we're running that on one side, and then I've got the Aston Origin to pick up Andy's percussion, and then I've coerced him to sing along a little bit too. So it should pick that up fairly well too.
Third song, don't worry, folks.
There you go. And maybe like if it's going really strong, I might flip to the harmony. I didn't warn you about this. All right. Okay, we'll see how it goes.
On the tiller.
Yes. Yeah. So if you see me flip, don't go with me. Don't panic. Yes, that's right. Okay, good. This is gonna be fun. All right, and so that's our gear. Oh, and then the guitar also somehow overlooked special. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. Isn't it? So it's the Seagull S6 Classic Black with a pickup, and I needed that so I could plug it in. And a few of the Seagulls that were on really good prices did not get grabbed up. So maybe in the next day or so, while these are still here, maybe you could do a little arm twisting. I can't tell you the price on that because we have rules about that actually. You can only advertise products at a certain price, like a certain low price, and our Midnight Madness would have broken those rules. The prices were that good. There you go. You can see my salesman mode go into play. I try to keep John Connor's Live not too selly. Yeah, it's supposed to be about the tunes. So let's get to the tunes. All right. So this first one we're going to do is going to feature the Pearl. Do you mind holding it up, Andy? You can be like a little Vanna White here. Okay. This is a Pearl tambourine. We only have one of these. And I was going to bring the pricing in here so I could tell you the great price. And I think I left it out in the showroom. So regular price is $79.95. And it was like 49, something like that. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy good. Wow. And we're going to use that to create the backbeat for this next tune, which is off Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie, if you want to look it up. And after, of course, like after the live stream, look up Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie album, and it's on there. All right, we're going and add some reverb, and we're going to do the tune. Check. There. Ready? He's just a young boy looking for a way to find love. It isn't easy, nothing you can say will help him find love. He's got to do it for himself, and it can take so long. He's just a young boy looking for a way to find love. He doesn't need another helping hand from someone. But don't you think he doesn't understand what he wants? Someone through independence means a lot. He's still got to be strong. He's just a young boy looking for a way to find love. Find love. Perfect combination. Find love. Whatever you do, find love. A cause for celebration, and it might come looking for you. Situation, find love. Whatever you do, find love. A cause for celebration, then it might come looking for you. He's just a young boy looking for a way to find love. It isn't easy, nothing you can say will help him find love. He's got to do it for himself, and it can take so long. love, find love, find love. A time for meditation, find love. A source of inspiration, find love. Instead of confrontation, find love. And love will come looking for you. That worked.
Beautiful.
That's Andy's debut performance on the tambourine, and
go.
still in the wrapper.
Yep. What a
Which,
beauty.
you know, I kind of like the choked tone of the jingles in package. So maybe if you buy it, like if you're buying a like a old toy that's
Yep.
still in the
Keep it in
packaging,
the
like just
wrapper.
keep it in the packaging there, right? I don't know. Okay, so here we got some. I love these, the applause emojis, because then I kind of hear in my mind
Yep.
like an audience go,
Very kind.
right? So there you go. And then we got a very nice, awesome. And whenever I do this too, and like any Paul McCartney song, there's like little British moments.
Okay.
So, you know, when I go, he's just looking for a way to find love. It just slips out once in a while. I'll go, find love. There you go. That's why I don't cover Paul McCartney too often. People will be like, why are you singing weird like that? Okay, we got more applause emojis. Thank you, Steve. Much appreciated. We got viewers just, you know, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Really?
Yes. And then this whole show, it goes live right now. And then it's also like you can find it on our YouTube channel after.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it's going well enough. You might share it with friends and family. You didn't tell anyone you were coming.
No, I didn't. No. Maybe my daughter will see it in 10 years.
There you go. Right. Yeah. The legacy of the tambourine debut performance.
That's what I got hooked.
Okay, so I'm gonna save that. I kind of made a quick lead sheet for that song. Save as. And what was it called? Young Boy. That was called Young Boy off Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie. Like I said, definitely worth checking out. And before we do the next song, I brought a little cool thing. So over the years, we've found like lots of different ways to promote Midnight Madness. So we did this like GUI logo. The madness is coming. This was in 2010.
Whoa.
Right. So this would have been the first sale here at this location 12 years ago. Because we had in 2009, we moved in the November.
Where were you before that?
That's a great question. Thanks for asking that, Andy. So my parents,
lay up there, folks.
yeah, my parents' house, it's just at the north end of Keswick, had a commercial basement area. Right. We ran the store out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was pre you coming to Georgina.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been in Sutton 2.5 years.
2.5 years. There you go. And so my parents are still at that house. So yeah, and it's going great. So there you go. So the madness, and we had all these brands on the back, many of which are still featured at Connor's Music to this day. I think just D'Addario has kind of collapsed the Planet Waves brand into just D'Addario stuff, and Vintage Guitars, which is a brand of guitar, not just like vintage guitars, but which is so confusing.
That is.
Like, it was cool though, but like when you go to Google vintage guitars, you don't get this brand.
No.
Sort of like if you're naming your band, since we're on this topic, if you're naming your band now, the first thing you have to do is Google it.
Check that SEO.
Right? Because I can think of a band right off the top of my head that would not be named what they are now.
Okay.
Do you have one in your head?
No, I don't.
So if you were starting your band and you did what I just advised you to do, which is Google your name before you named your band, then you would not name it the Bare Naked Ladies.
That's true. Or Corona.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. Right? You just don't want to be associated with these things.
That's true.
Yeah. And plus, you'd never get to the top of the search engine with a band name like Bare Naked Ladies, right? The other funny one, not as funny as that, but is a band from the 90s, Live. They did like Lightning Crashes was like their biggest hit. Okay. And if you try to Google their band name and you just type in Live or Live Band, it just doesn't come up. So So just think about that. Now,
Yeah.
the Connors brothers, very Googleable,
Yes, that's true.
right? And the only people we have to compete with is a painting company in New York. Seriously. And we
That
actually
must be
get
pretty
email.
classic.
Yeah, we get emails once in a while that it's like, I'd like to buy a painting. I'm like, no. Well, I'll get Joe to do one for you. Yeah, you and Joe can collaborate,
Yeah.
and we'll sell your paintings. Andy is Joe's student, so
right.
that's again how he came to join me tonight on the live stream.
Yep.
And thank you again for doing that. All right, so we got some comments here. All right, so 2-1 at the end of the second period. That's cool. This is great. I love requests during the live stream. Can you do a Fleetwood Mac song tonight? I'm not saying no. I'm just saying not yet. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. And this is a great comment. Seagull guitars are great value for the money, and they really are. They're beautiful sounding guitars. I had 2 customers in on Monday. I will share this one because he did a Google review, so it's already out there in the public. So he visited us from Base Borden on Monday.
Okay.
And he was explaining what happened was they had a fire on the base, which was quickly contained, but in the little moment of like evacuating the space, somebody stepped on his Norman acoustic guitar and of course destroyed it. And Norman guitars, yeah, I know. I felt so bad. And Norman guitars are built by the same guys who build Seagull. So even though we didn't have Norman, we have Seagull and Art and Lutherie, all built by the Godin guitar company in Quebec. And he's from Quebec originally. He said he was Gagetown and then moved. Anyways, so we had a great chat, and I said, you know what, you just missed our Midnight Madness sale. I'm going to give you the special price because we want to help you out. And he did a review and said how it was great because it's such a morale booster on the bass. So he really appreciated that we could help him bring that morale booster back.
Lovely.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's great.
So there you go, Seagull guitars. And let's do this next. So this next percussion, what are we going to show off today, Andy? Now for this next song.
Pearl
Fusio. Cowbell.
Ordinarily $37.99, marked down to $19.99. And she's a beauty.
Do I have to give you commission on cowbell sales? We're going to see how this goes, but we have a few of these cowbells. They're, I think, a great sounding cowbell. We're not a big Pearl dealer here, like Pearl drums, but we were able to grab some of their percussion accessories.
The tambourine was also Pearl.
Yeah. So the first 2 are Pearl, but the third one Pearl does not make. No. We're keeping it like a big secret for the end of the show. No, not many people make that percussion instrument, and the reason why Andy guested today, coming up soon. Don't nobody go nowhere. All right, so we're going to do this next song that features cowbell. Do you want to bring it in? Sure. Check. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's too fast.
You put it where you want it.
I told you I'd count in, and I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there. Thank you, Andy. Time over by the courthouse is starting to unwind. Funky down the corner, just trying to bring you up. Willie picks a tune out and he blows it on the arm. Down on the corner, you out here in the street. Willie and the poor boys playing. Bring your nickel, tap your feet. Smile, Winky thumbs a bass in his solos for a while. Boba trends rhythm out on his kazoo. Willie goes into a dance and he doubles our kazoo. Down on the corner, out here in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bringing nickel
boy. Down on the corner, out here in the street, Willie and the Papas playing, bringing nickel down your feet. Down on the corner, out here in the street, Willie and the Papas playing, bringing nickel down your feet. Just cowboy and boys. Down on the corner, out here in the street, Willie and the Papas playing, bringing nickel tap your feet. Down on the corner, out here in the street, Willie and the Papas playing, bringing nickel tap your feet. Woo!
There we go. Pearl Fusil cowbell. Oh, that was a nice sound
Beauty.
cowbell.
I thought so.
It was a pleasant tone the whole time. Well played.
First timer.
And-
really shook it up with that solo.
Yeah. You're like, whoa, what do I do on the solo? Just keep hitting the cowbell.
Just go for it.
So Adam says, happy Wednesday, John and Andy.
Happy
and
Wednesday to you.
Last live stream, Adam was watching the live stream from the top of like a cherry picker.
Oh yeah.
And he was very diligent because we were giving away tickets last time.
Oh.
No free stuff today, though.
Yeah, no.
Just the free music, just the free hang with friends time. That's it. Look at this. Groove into that song. Love the cowbell. And look, a cow emoji.
Wow.
He's going to tear up. This is amazing. Oh my
Big
gosh.
night.
Thanks so much for that, Sandra. And the applause too. And amazing tune. Great solo, Andy. He's going to be hooked on live performance now. You're going to see there's going to be another live stream on Thursday nights, like live with Andy. Maybe Joe and I can
Keep it
guess.
away.
Yeah, and there's some applause there from Phil, and Phil says nice. So, like, if you need cowbell, we got a few of them, and we'll give you the deal as long as you arm twist us a little.
Yep.
And I think like it's Andy just held it and hit it with a drumstick, but it's also got the
Yes.
built-in attachment, so you could throw it onto like a little attachment clamp kind of thing, right? See that piece there, so you can do that. And they used it for the display thing, so I could like hang it. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that, and we're gonna get to the pièce de résistance, the highlight of the night, and we might just leave enough time to try to do AJ's request there, which was a Fleetwood Mac song. So we got a couple of these absolutely beautiful, albeit designed for either novelty or beginner.
Yes.
I say Baran. My Irish friend called it Baron. What do you say?
I say Baran.
Baran.
But I'm a
And if you just read it, hold on, let me get the comment there so you can see it beautifully. Look at that. Beautiful Irish frame drum. Some people call it that too. And if you're reading it, you might say Bodran, but that would be sort of maybe wrongish.
that would be on the that'd be closer to wrong.
You're like,
Sure.
I don't want to call people out, but if
Yeah.
they say, I'm looking
Canadian
for.
Irish, you're probably gonna get it wrong no matter what.
Yeah.
but that would definitely be wrong.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah.
away from
So
that.
don't say the B or the D. You can say the B. Whoops. Say the B, but don't say the D. And these drums, again, just poke at the wounds. They were regularly priced $120, which is price match to the city stores, but on for half price. And all three of them hung around all day.
Yep.
Isn't that nuts? Again, I kind of had them not well displayed at the beginning. I think if I should have taken one out of the box.
They're
Had
lovely. Like
Joe-
if you look at it, I mean, even like
It's beautiful.
just to
right?
hang on the wall. it's
Yeah.
pretty-
I like that. There's one that's a Claddagh,
Okay.
and that, like for me, that was kind of extra special. My wife and I exchanged Claddagh rings when we were
Oh, nice.
just courting
That's
back in the
lovely.
'90s.
Yeah,
and,
the braiding
uh,
is really beautiful.
Yeah. So now the next question is, how does it sound? And we're going to discover that with playing this next tune. And we wanted to find a 6/8, which we would refer to as a 6/8 time. We'd refer to as a what?
I'm gonna go with Jake.
We're going to go with jig. So we're going to do a jig, an Irish
Hey,
jig.
Joe, only took me 2 years.
Yeah, and he got it. And we're gonna play this tune for you, even though Joe normally sings it. So like I actually, while we were doing it, I was like, oh, that's what that lyric is.
Yeah.
Because like
Well,
Joe's
we might
singing it.
stumble.
And I don't listen to the lyrics like in music. I will get there. I love poetry, but when I'm listening to music, there's so many other elements I listen to first.
Yeah.
Is that you too, or are you
Yeah,
a
that's-
lyric guy first? Yeah. So now after playing this song for 20 years, I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. When the landlady's eyes open with delight, she said, I have whiskey and ales for the best. And the words that I spoke, they were just before. That was just a joke.
Yeah.
Surely in jest. Right?
It was credit.
I didn't even realize it was funny.
Yeah, no, it is. It's clever.
It's so
Most
so
of them are.
horrible. Yeah. So we're gonna do this tune for you, and then we'll see if we can squeeze in a Fleetwood Mac or a bit of Fleetwood Mac for AJ. Thanks for tuning in again. John Connors Live is going first and third Wednesdays of the month, live from Connors Music, and today featuring guest Andy on the Baron, the Boran. All right, here we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Remember, I got to crank your mic.
Right.
We got to crank the mic for the brand. Give it a little. Oh, look at that. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
This is also a waltz, not a jig.
Oh, yeah. It's more waltz.
We changed. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I spent all me money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with golden great score, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom like yours I shouldn't have any day. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I took from me pocket 10 sovereign bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskey and nails for the best, and the words that I spoke sure were only in jest. And a no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Go home to my parents, confess what I done, and I'll ask them to pardon my prodigal son. And if they caress me as oft times before, sure I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. One more time. No, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. No, never, no more.
Woo! There we go.
Lovely.
The brand held up nicely.
That's so.
It's probably more like upper mid frequency than like
Yeah,
your...
it's a little tighter than you maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But she's a beauty, especially if you want to get started, because it also comes with a DVD tutor.
Yes, and this wooden stick, and what do we call that?
That is called a tipper. And
you
it's
brought
nice.
yours. So that
This
you
is the
have
one I
something you're
use,
more
but
comfortable with. But
this one is nice and ridged in the middle, so that when you're first learning, it'll stay in your fingers much more easily.
there
It's
we
a
go.
great place to start.
And this is made by Waltons, and Waltons is a brand I saw all over Ireland when we were there.
Yeah.
We were in a little gift shop, and everything they had was Waltons there. So there you go. So yeah, that would hold up nicely to get started.
Yep.
And when you play it, you're going to rub the logo a little bit, and we're
Yep.
going to see a little bit of wear, but that's
All part of the
great.
charm.
It's part of the charm. So this one also still half price if you come in and grab it, in the next week or so. And we have 3 of them. That's it at that
Amazing.
deal.
Amazing.
All right. So we left just a wee bit of time for maybe I'm going to do a Fleetwood Mac song.
Okay.
And we're going to pick the right percussion instrument to go with it.
Sure.
You notice when I cranked up the mic for the brand, I don't know, maybe when I cranked up the brand though, it picked up the amp as well. So
Okay.
I think the balance is still
Hopefully
okay.
it was all right.
And the reactions, look at this. We got some drum emojis along with banjo and guitar and thumbs up and applause. We got some applause here. Steve says it sounds great. And Sandra cracked out the beer just in time for the song. And Shamrock. So there we go. Thanks so much for that, guys. All right. I kind of want to do one that I know.
Wise.
Right? Yeah, let's do this one. This would probably be, well, it could be cowbell or tambourine, probably not brand.
Okay. Why don't we do tambourine?
Yeah, there we go. And it'd be like, yeah, somewhere in there. Okay, keep that going. All right, thanks again for tuning in for John Connors Live with guest Andy on the percussion. As, of course, his featured instrument was the Baran, but thank you for playing the cowbell and tambourine today.
Mind if I plug one here?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, in the spring, in the area, we're doing a fundraiser
There you go.
around May, April, featuring the Connors brothers. And we're going to be raising money to send neurodiverse kids to a camp called Camp Kirk. So we're shooting to send 5 or 6 kids to camp. It's a very specialized camp, and they don't turn away anyone based on the ability to pay. So if you're local and you're interested in helping out with that, myself and a committee are putting that event together in late April, early May. So
you can-
if you're interested, just
Where would they reach you?
probably easiest if they reach out to you, and then you can
Perfect.
just connect us.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That'd be great. We're really looking to, as I said, we moved into the area about 2.5 years ago, and we're putting down roots here. We love it here, and want to get engaged with the community. So if you're tied in, just let me know.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay.
No, thanks for
Thank you.
I thought of that. It slipped out of my mind to bring it
Okay.
up, so I'm glad you
Always
thought.
fundraising.
And we got it coming in the spring, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Late
So we
April,
got lots
early
of
May.
time for you to get involved, and lots of time to plan. So no worries there. And yeah, just reach out here at Connors Music, and we'll connect you with Andy if you want to get involved.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, and that is going to be the end of the show with this next song. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for your comments, and drop by if you want to grab up one of these overlooked Midnight Madness specials while we still got them. All right, here we go. For AJ, thanks for the request. This is a Fleetwood Mac song called "Don't Stop." Yeah, there we go.
If you wake up,
I can change key.
if you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes, look at the day, you see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about the times to come and not about the things that you've done? If your life was bad to you, Just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Oh, yesterday's gone. All I want is to see you smile, if it takes just a little while. I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, oh, yesterday's gone. Don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next John Connors Live, first and third Wednesdays. And a big thank you again to Andy for coming out for tonight's live stream.
Thank you for having me.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Take care.